Coming up, part 2 of 2025's Good News Review. Welcome to Total Nileation, your existential halftime, the podcast that brings you the better news stories you should be getting but are not. I am Niall Seguin, aka Optimus Prime, your host. Please, welcome to the treehouse. Pull up a sofa. Pull up a full-on sofa, a lazy boy chair. Check out the projector. Let's watch some Transformers cartoons. Is that how treehouses worked? Guys, how are you? How are you doing? I hope you're well. I would give you an update, but again, right now, because of scheduling, I am forced to bundle these. So for you, I think 2 weeks has passed. For me, let me look at a minute. Isn't time a motherfucker? Today I'm going to be doing, as you may already know, the second part of the good news in review of 2025. Did I just have a brain cramp and forget what year it was? You know, it's January. That's going to happen. I'm going to give myself a break. I hope you give yourself a break. That's something to do. Yeah, that's a righteous thought and good advice, and I hope you're doing it. Listen, wherever you are right now, give yourself a goddamn break. Just give yourself a break. I feel like that's even money. I'm probably giving you good advice. There's like one person out there who is an absolute diva who should not be giving themselves a break. But by and large, for the rest of you, give yourself a break. Get off of social media. Just take a break. Find like a video that just has outtakes, just a long reel of outtakes. Watch that. Eat something with it gives you a little dopamine pop. You know, whatever does it for you. Give yourself a goddamn break. Here we go. That's an order. That is an order. I'm giving orders now in 2026. Here for you now, in what I'm pretty sure is going to be February, because I forgot to check the dates, is the second part of the 2025 Good News Review. And here we go. The top 8 good news items of 2025 for this episode from our home office in Finger, Manitoba. Number 8, infrastructure and health access. Over the last decade, nearly 1 billion people gained access to safe drinking water. I'm going to say that again. Over the last decade, which is 10 years, in case you went to public school like I did, over 1 billion people gained access to safe drinking water. That is safe drinking water, as in your water is not going to harm you. 1 billion people. The world is currently seeing the fastest expansion of electricity access in history. Humanity's total burden of illness and early deaths has dropped by 12.6% since, now, guess. How long did it take us to achieve a drop of 12.6% in illness and early death? Get the number in your head, because the actual number is since 2010. So that's 15 years it took us to drop 12.6, which is huge. Deaths from tuberculosis, malaria, and HIV/AIDS have fallen by 25 to 49%. Cancer deaths are roughly 1/3 lower than, guess the year? Okay, that's my bad. It's actually a period. Since the 1990s, their peak in the 1990s. And of course, the pessimists, if you say this to any pessimists, they're going to complain about overpopulation when they hear something like this. And again, I've said it before. I think I said it last episode. This is one of the many reasons I hate Avengers Infinity War. That whole overpopulation thing and the drain on resources is just so dumb. It's so dumb. The people dying of tuberculosis and malaria aren't the ones who are the major drain on resources, okay? Instead of talking about how we need to thin the herd and lower the number of people in other nations, maybe, and I'm just spitballing, have just one burger. You egomaniac. Or God forbid, No burgers, you dumb cowbell. Like, how long do you think it would take us for us to have like holodecks and a Star Trek world if enough people in the West, let's call it as you see it, if enough people in the West did that? If enough people in the West were just like, you know what, let's do a couple of meatless days a week. Like what, 6 months before we're skipping around at warp 9? I actually think I'm going to send an email to my favorite super nerd, Hannah Ritchie. I don't know if she can crunch the numbers or if she'll even acknowledge my existence, but I think that would be a cool thing to find out. Number 7. My voice got really pitched there for a second. Elimination of trachoma. Egypt, Fiji, and Papua New Guinea officially eliminated trachoma in 2025. The total number of people living in endemic areas has been cut nearly in half over the last decade. The number of people blinded by the disease has fallen from 2.8 million to 1.2 million. That is astounding. That's 1.6 million people who are going to be able to see. That's amazing. Recent successes in India, Pakistan, and Vietnam show a sustained global momentum toward eradication. And you might be thinking, wait, didn't you already talk about this like in the last episode? You are incorrect. That's how well we did against diseases this year as a planet. I had to split them up to avoid the feeling of repetition. That's how much ass we're kicking. And again, I have said it before, I will say it again. The more people in the chat, the better. Because the more nerds you get, the more nerds will come up with solutions. The more solutions we get, positive feedback loop. It's good times, everybody. Also, it is insane that people know about Charlie Kirk getting shot, but they don't know about this. Like, how is this less important? You know? All right. Number 6. Deforestation, easy for me to say, is slowing. Deforestation has slowed in every region of the world over the past decade. This is according to a UN Food and Agricultural Organization report that was released in October. Also, more than half of the forests are now covered by long-term management plans, while one-fifth are within legally established protected areas. Ugh. That one's was hard to get out for some reason. The world had lost 10.9 million hectares of forest annually in the last decade. But that is down from 13.6 million hectares lost per year in the previous 10 years and 17.6 million hectares lost in the decade before that. So in 20 years, we've gone from 17.6 million per year to 10.9 million. So 50%, right? Is that? Net forest loss has fallen more than 50% since the 1990s. So that's the thing. It's slowing. It is not accelerating. Yes. And again, this is what drives me crazy, because if this were a story about how deforestation is accelerating all over the place, it was all over the place back in the day. We all know the football field per minute that Brazil was cutting down, but now it's slowing and nothing. That doesn't merit a trend? Of course not. Why would it? Yeah. And while I'm in the neighborhood, listen, connected to this, you want to be an activist? You really want to be an activist? You really care about deforestation? Stop eating meat. Stop eating meat, or take a break from meat, or don't eat beef, eat poultry. Like, just pump the brakes, fucking do some lentils and some fish. I do it all the time, literally every day. I'm alive and well. Just eat less. It's just, yeah. Number 5. That was an awkward pause. Medical advances. Surgeons successfully removed a deep-seated brain tumor from a 40-year-old mother. The reason my voice is doing this is because they did it by accessing it through her eye socket, avoiding the risk of traditional open skull surgery and allowing her to walk the same day. Poor children born legally blind due to a rare genetic condition, LCA4, gained life-changing vision after a pioneering gene therapy. A trial found, by the way, these are all different stories. Maybe I should put more pause between it. A trial found that combining chemotherapy with a targeted drug, niraparib before surgery resulted in a 100% survival rate over 3 years for women with aggressive inherited BRCA mutated breast cancers. New drug-targeted pathways have officially outperformed chemotherapy for chronic lymphocytic leukemia, providing deeper remission for less toxicity. AI-assisted brain scanning was rolled out in England and cut diagnosis times by 60 minutes, which tripled the likelihood of a patient recovering from strokes without permanent disability. A new monthly jab has proven so effective at blocking inflammation that half of the patients in the trial were able to completely stop taking daily oral steroids, avoiding their severe long-term side effects. I feel like I missed the illness for that. My bad, but something good happened somewhere. 8 healthy babies were born free from deadly mitochondrial diseases thanks to a 3-person IVF technique that replaces a mother's faulty mitochondrial DNA with healthy DNA from a donor. That's very sweet. A miracle baby girl, Amy Isabel, was born to a mother who had been born without a uterus, but received a womb transplant from her sister, opening the door for thousands of women with uterine factor infertility. So these are all insanely amazing advances. But dear God, I don't know if I could do, I mean, I know I would have to do the brain tumor thing, but I don't understand how does that work? You can't sleep through it. You can't sleep through it. There's just, you're watching it. Do you get to move your eye? Do you have to listen? Do you have to do like the shatter? Like when you go to the dentist? Yeah, we're doing that? Just clockwork oranging while you listen to a podcast and hope that nothing exciting happens. Eee. Also, you gave your sister a uterus? If I'm that sister, I'm never letting that go. Like, I know I'm a bad person. Dude, if I give you my uterus, you're my butler now. Like every other day. Hey, can I borrow your car? All right. You got to take your kid to soccer practice, I guess. How is your kid doing? It's nice that you have a kid. Oh, I can borrow your car? Great. Thank you. Number 4, human rights and medical breakthroughs. This is, yeah, anyways, doesn't matter. Let's go. The UN High Seas Treaty was ratified, protecting 2/3 of the world's oceans. Bolivia became the 14th Latin American country to ban child marriages. 92% of Japanese municipalities now approve same-sex partnerships. A new miracle HIV drug is being supplied to 120 low and middle-income countries, which is, yeah, let's take a moment on that one, because that's going to be huge. Also, I think there was like an HIV cure that I missed. Like there's a report, if you guys remember this, feel free to send me an email, but like they somehow managed to boost someone's immune system so that it was able to eliminate the HIV. I don't know. But this is having any miracle drug for HIV in low to middle income countries is going to be huge for those countries, because those countries are the ones that really have to deal with the worst of HIV. And I got to tell you, what are we, 2036? 2036. We're going to have big pops from those countries. I'm so excited. And you know what? As someone who is older, maybe you might dig this. HIV is getting a well-deserved ass kicking, and I'm here for it. I love it. Like, dude, if you don't know, you don't know. But there was a time where, I mean, yeah, Chris Rock, again, I think I mentioned this before. Chris Rock, not 20 years ago, had a bit about how they were never going to find a cure for AIDS, and they were just going to medicate it. And now here we are. It's on the way out. Fucking good riddance. Also, I think there should be a list of countries that have not banned child marriages, and we should start some sort of shame campaign. Because, like, if you're like me, and maybe I'm just epically ignorant, but I'm always like, wait, there are countries that haven't banned child marriages? And every now and then, it'll be a sneaky one where you're like, wait, Bolivia had child marriages up until 2024? And it could also be just that it wasn't illegal. I think like Louisiana or Tennessee hasn't banned slavery. It's fucking nuts. Okay. The point is, children shouldn't be grooms and brides at weddings. All right. Children are made expressly to ruin receptions at weddings and mortify their parents. Oh yeah, we gotta go. Yeah, he's tired. I'm sorry about everything. Number 3, conservation and biodiversity. The saiga antelope population grew from 30,000 in 2006 to nearly 4 million in 2025. So fun being a saiga antelope, I guess. India's tiger population has doubled in the last decade. Iberian lynx population grew from 100 to over 2,400 since the turn of the century. That is great news, because I'm not a zoo person, not a zoologist, but 100 feels low. 2/3 of all conservation interventions are successfully improving biodiversity or slowing its decline. 2/3. What is that? 60%? I wish I was good at math. That's not nothing. Also, I forgot this one. I don't know why I forgot this one. We can now, I don't know if this is 2025, but we can now restore kelp forests at scale. And kelp forests absorb 20 times more carbon dioxide than land forests. So put that in your, I don't know where I was going with that. It just feels like there's some struggle going on, but man, we are on this climate change, motherfucker. We're on it. Like, there are some nerds out there who are just like, hold my vegan beer. Just giving climate change the ass whipping it deserves. Number 2, curing the incurable. In July, gene therapy treatment helped people born with genetic hearing loss to recover some of their hearing. October, it was revealed that blind people were able to read again. I guess some blind people were able to read again thanks to a revolutionary eye implant. December had the world's first gene therapy, which turns white blood cells into a disease-busting living drug, which reversed previously untreatable blood cancers in children. Scientists treated Huntington's disease for the first time using gene therapy to significantly slow the disease. I'd hate to be in the room when someone recovers their sight. It's just too much pressure, right? Like, I just really feel like I would ruin it. Or not that I would ruin it, but just the chance that you ruin it. Like, ugh. Like, oh, you can see, how was your first moment of sight? I was all right. It was a mixed bag. There was some guy there, had mustard on his chin. Like, who does that? Why wouldn't you just wash your face? I don't have mustard on my chin right now, by the way. Or do I? You're going to have to watch the YouTube video to know for sure. And finally, number 1. This is one of my babies. Large language models for the win. According to the World Bank, secondary students in Nigeria achieved 1.5 to 2 years of typical schooling progress in just 6 weeks using AI-powered tutoring, using the Socratic method. What do you think the Socratic method is, by the way? That was such a dad joke. What is happening to me? The program is designed as the way the program is designed. It ensures that AR serves as a support tool for teachers rather than a full-on replacement. AI is used as a precise instrument to bridge learning gaps and improve teaching quality. Solutions are tailored to local realities, such as using mobile-friendly tools in areas with limited connectivity to ensure no student is left behind. George W. Bush with your boo. Okay. Involving teachers, students, and parents in the co-design process, created tools that are culturally relevant, safe, and highly effective. Responsible AI integration offers a scalable framework to actively combat the global learning crisis and enhance digital literacy. So yeah, large language models don't ruin everything. I know you really had your heart set on it, but they don't. And again, this is a sneaky one. This is a sneaky one that I really think we got to lean into, because this was just a study, an official study. Even without this, right now, there are people who otherwise would not have access to the education that they deserve. And they do have access to these large language models. And let me tell you something, that's going to close a huge education gap. And you close the education gap, what do I always say? More people in the chat means more nerds. More nerds nerding means better things. We're already in the goddamn loop. We're already in the positive feedback loop. Some nerd invented the large language models. And now that nerd's little nerd device is helping other nerds. That is it. I know that's a short episode. I don't know why. Sometimes they're shorter, sometimes they're longer. Sometimes I get rambly. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But here we go, guys. To wrap us up, to send us home, here for you now, it is 25 seconds of good news. Give me a second while I find my place and remember where I was. So the record last time was 6. I'm more nervous this time. Here we go. Oh shit, it did the thing. Okay, wait, I'm resetting. I don't know why, but it does this thing where it sends me to the very top. It sends me to the very top of the dock, and then I don't know. I'm using this teleprompter thing. It's a well-oiled machine, everybody. So don't worry. I found another thing that's not going to kick me out. You know what? I got ways to figure stuff out. Not effectively, not in a way that doesn't involve me having to stall while I find it. But here we go. Same-sex marriage was legalized in Thailand and Liechtenstein this year. Zimbabwe abolished the death penalty. China reached peak oil consumption in 2023. Nepal has virtually eliminated extreme poverty. Renewables accounted for 93% of new power capacity in 2024 and also reached 46% of global generating capacity. Emissions in advanced economies fell to a 50-year low in 2024. Solar technology has led to a new era of vaccines storage in Malawi. What is that? What is that? That is 6 again. 6 again. So that's it. That's the goal going forward. Can I break 6? I genuinely don't think so, but I'm going to try like hell. Guys, that is the episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it brought you a little something. That is the year in review. Next episode, I'm going to have to probably catch up on a bazillion good news stories that have happened in January 2026 alone. Please remember to rate and review if you have not done so already. It really helps me out. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, subscribe, drop me a comment if you're feeling like chatty. Sign up to my Substack. Should be either on my website or in the bio of this lovely podcast. You can follow me on socials at Nile Seguin on just about everything. Give a listen to the Beaverton podcast. I'm on that, unless I've been fired by this point. I have an award-winning Dungeons and Dragons podcast called Comedians and Dungeons Getting Dragons, which won the Outstanding Fiction Series Award at the Canadian Podcasts Awards. And yeah, this show exists. I'm able to do this because of people like you. So if this brought you anything, please feel free. Chuck me some change. buymeacoffee.com/total Nileation. Or you know what? Feel free to throw me tens of thousands of dollars. I'm not going to make the decision for you. whatever amount you feel comfortable with. If you have anything to say, or if you have a good news story, or just a nice story anecdote, like something that you thought was nice, that made you go, please send it to me at totalnihilation. Sorry, send it to me at totalnihilation@gmail.com. That's the email address. Because I'm putting together an audience submission episode. So just an episode that's just going to be stories that y'all sent me, because people are sending me stuff and I thought that would be fun. Yeah, that is it for this week. Guys, go forth. Hope you have a lovely day. Lovely everything. I hope you have a lovely everything. If you cannot be a shining example, be a terrifying warning. Let's get it on 3, everybody. 1, 2, 3.